Welcome back, everybody. This is Brothermutant here. Today we're going to continue our journey on Path of Evil. If you recall from our last episode way back when, we just got done beating up on some bad guys. We got some decent amount of loot. Let's actually pause the game here so I can show it to you. We got a lot of decent treasure. I have been diligently looking for ways to build things with this loot because we have such a grand opportunity to make some cool gear. Something else I forgot, I thought was a gem. Saint's Blood Pearl. For those of you that caught this and were screaming at your TV or your computer, by all means, feel good about yourselves because I totally missed this. This is actually a magical item that, as you can see, gives us the ability to heal ourselves or character. We get restoration even. Obviously, this is a charge per use kind of thing. I'm assuming 50 charges is a typical, so light wounds must be 1 charge per use. Moderates 2, there's probably 3 for serious, so hence the reason that it's only 16 uses. 4 for criticals, my guess, because that would be 48, which means there's 2 charges left that would get to be used for something else. And restoration would be 5 charges per use, which is why I can only use it 10 times. A very nice little trinket for us. We'll have to use that for great benefit. More likely than not, though, this would be a restoration use kind of thing for those that are like gimped in some way. We have a decent amount of essences, as you can see here. We have some stuff we need to sell off, which we're about to go do. But we also have some really decent gems down here, and the ones that I point out to you that are really stellar as far as I'm concerned. Fire Opal is going to be decent. Let's see, Sapphire is going to be useful beyond all measure. King's Tear will be something we'll use much later. Malachite, I think, is a useful one. Same with Fire Agate. So certainly Obsidian is. I want to say Aventurine here is useful. I don't think Alexandrite is, or at least I didn't find any recipes for it or wasn't paying attention to it. Star Sapphire, on the other hand, 2 of those, that's going to come in super handy. We did have all these different little essences that you see here, some glowing ones, some faint ones, weak as well. Some decent amount of stuff. So we're pretty happy with that. We are still sadly missing a Mortar and Pestle, and man, if I didn't pick it up in the beginning of this campaign and I missed it and there's no option to buy one again, I'm going to be quite pissed at myself. Normally, that's as soon as I see a hammer and as soon as I see a mortar and pestle, I buy one of each, just because it's one of those things you never can, throw away or not use, right? Smith hammer we clearly have here. I do not have a mortar and pestle between any of my characters, and I'm quite unhappy about that. So, kind of a drag. But let's get the heck out of here and show you what we're going to build. Reason I have been away for so long is not because I've been ignoring you guys. It's because I've been trying to build stuff with this, and I couldn't figure out why it wasn't working. So here's the deal. I had forgotten that one part of the merge pack that I have here includes the Complete Craftsman, which has different recipes for making stuff. I could make one of the items, and we'll still make that. Because it's such a good item, and I'm really happy that we'll get to make it. And I'll just tell you right now, it's the Brooch of Shielding. This one is a level 1 caster level requirement. You need the shield spell, not the mage armor spell like the original version of this game, the vanilla version of this game has. So there is a difference right there. That was easy enough for me to figure out. Once I realized that it wasn't mage armor, it was shield, I'm like, well, it should be mage armor, because according to all the papers that I have, it's mage armor. And I'm like, it makes no sense. So why the heck am I missing out on this? Why is it that shield suddenly does work? And I come to realize, I'm like, oh, I got another pack built into this. Cadron's pack. It's a merger pack, and the recipes are different. Things that make perfect sense, of course, are the part of the point. So we get things like instead of using the light cantrip to enchant your weapons, or armor to give it the +1, +2, plus whatever effect, you have, I want to say, mage armor or shield of faith, for those that are clerically inclined, can enchant armor. If you use, for enchanting a weapon, you need greater magic weapon, which I think is available to both mages and that's sorcerers / wizards, just so we're clear. I don't think greater magic weapon works for bards. I don't think they have access to it. I want to say that either druids or clerics have it. Probably clerics is my guess. So again, this pack may limit you in ways that you didn't anticipate, and while that sucks, it's what it is. It makes more sense. Now, I want to hold up here real quick because I got these guys here poking along because Kvass is, where is it? Where is it? Come on. Not stealthing, he's detecting. He's still overweight. Yeah, he's overweight, so I need to pass off something. Oops, wrong character. There we go. No, he should be. He's a B. There we go. Let's see, what is this? Cane? The hell's Cane? My cat? Oh, psst. That's okay. The cat can hang behind. Matter of fact, I can just unsummon Cane. There we go. So I kind of like the fact this modded pack makes exceptions for things that clearly the devs just didn't really. It's not that they made a mistake. It's just stuff that just didn't make a whole hell of a lot of sense. It's kind of like Reveron's and Trakari's spell fixes that I love so much, as you guys have known for anyone that watched my other videos. I am such a fan of their work because they try to make everything a little more pen and paper-ish, you know, so it's nice, I think, and it's one of those things that I think the game is missing, hence the reason for my mod. That basically just taking some scripts, fixing things, making them more in line with pen and paper, fixing the damage, the type of damage, fixing the tool tips so that they look a little snazzier. That's the whole reason I'm doing this, is because I'm a big fan of immersion in the game. So the reason we're taking our time doing all this, just so you're clear, is because we have this guy here, and if we leave this area, we are not allowed back. At least I've never found a way back. So I wanted to make sure that we had everybody here. Sure, that pulls in. And before we do this, I want her.
I'm ready if you need me.
To cast a spell.
Yes.
Come on, everybody get over here.
I'm ready if you need me.
Hold up, everybody.
Wait here for now. I'll take the lead.
Come on, come on, come on. Everybody just join up.
I'm on it.
Reason I wanted her is because she has this very wonderful spell. And since it's my character that does the talking, I wanted to be able to get the heroism for the skill bonus. Reason for the skill bonus is because of the appraise is part of our skills, right? So this will lower prices a smudge. We have some money. We could buy something. As far as items are concerned, they don't have anything really we want except for perhaps a weapon. A bow would be a nice one. And you see that that's expensive, but we can afford it. We'll be selling other stuff as well. And this character, sadly, will not buy very many things until we buy something from him. So we'll sell what we can and go from there. Now, as far as items are concerned, there's not a whole lot that he has for sale that I want. I want to keep these quartz crystals. I actually found a recipe for those. Cold stone as well. I don't think it does anything. Same with the skeleton's knuckle. I can't find anything for it, but blading spike, we can actually break that down once I get a mortar and pestle for an essence of some type. We have a couple crafting items like the dark steel, the iron wood. I want to say I had something else. Yeah, here we go. Fire beetle's belly. I can break that down. So we have a few items that we can craft and use and whatnot. Still don't know what the hell this Hellcat blood is all about. It seems kind of weird. But this guy's holding our magic sack of awesome sauceness, and we're trying to
I carry too much.
break down stuff that we don't need, right? So first off, these two characters here, Kagato, an amazing katana, same with Master Lee's Way, another katana, a massive damage with acid because of the enhancement bonus. Because of the king, we want to kind of keep these, but no one can use them. Well, I'm like, well, it's okay, because I can actually use, you know, so character get them up where they use Bastard Sword and they just use these guys. Well, why would I do that when these are better weapons? This guy won't buy them because they're so pricey that the only way he'll buy them is if I waste most of my money buying something from him, which we're going to do anyway. But I'm like, well, I might just want to keep those then. So
I carry too much.
we want to have him basically get rid of all the stuff that we don't care about then. So alchemical silver katana, I can chuck that. He has good weapons right now anyway. Cold Iron Katana, Cold Iron Bastard Sword, and this is what we see what Bastard Sword does. So 1d10 versus 1d10, 1920 times 2 versus 1920 times 2. So basically the same. There's 6 pounds versus Katana, which is lighter. So there's a reason for that. They both use exotics. So I guess if I were to keep stuff, I'd keep the Katanas, and I'd get rid of the Bastard Swords. Chainmail, and I want to get rid of.
I carry too
plus
much.
2.
I'll have to share the load.
Stud leather. The normal heavy shield. We get rid of these long bows. We'll keep 1. And then everything else I feel like we should probably keep. Yeah, we can get rid of probably this Elko. No, you know what? I want to pass that off to my character. We'll have him carry it. The 2 katanas, because you never know when alchemical silver are useful. This stuff could be enchanted further, so I might want to keep those. And these ones are definitely pimps, so I want to keep them. So this character, see how much of this stuff he'll buy. Yeah, starter's not have enough to purchase that. So 2,200 chainmail. Nope. Probably get these. And he can't afford that. He can't afford that. He can't afford that. Or that. So at this point, these items are the ones we're trying to sell to him, and he won't buy them because he's broke. But we have money now. We always had money. We have weapons that we can afford. We can't actually get enough money to buy anything really cool. It's a damn shame, because that Shadow Blade, man, that would be really kind of cool. The negative energy damage, the enhancement bonus, all's good gravy, and it's on longsword, so a lot of people can use them. So martial is not a particularly hard skill to get, or a feat to get. But whatever. The Shadow Bow, on the other hand, that's a pretty decent one, and that's something that most people could probably use, with the exception of Kavas, because he's small. So I could easily buy this and use it for him or her once I get him another feat, or hell, just keep it on this character for the time being. I'd say that if it weren't for the fact that he's got long arm, which is already a really nice enchanted weapon, extra strength, mighty bonus, attack bonus, it's already a really nice weapon. This one, of course, would do more damage because of that extra 1d6 negative energy, and that's kind of sweet. Armor-wise, I looked at this and thought to myself, well, what would I actually like? These ones aren't particularly stunning. There's nothing about these that make me go, ooh, we're protected from positive energy attacks. They exist. There's not a lot of them as far as spells are concerned. I would assume enchanted weapons, on the other hand, could do damage with positive energy. That could be a problem. But none of those smack of, ooh, I really have to have this one. Oh, I have to have that one. This one here, the Arcane Spell Failure, this is one that if I use on this character, my main character, if I get high enough level, this could actually be ignored. So this could be a benefit for me. The dexterity bonus, I don't have that much dexterity, but I get something. The base armor class, the magical armor itself, and of course the extra positive energy resistance could be useful. But I thought, of all of these, the one I really kind of want is the better shield, the heavy shield +2. So this character's armor class would go up because of that. And he'd get the positive energy, not that I particularly care, and it's reasonably cheap. So I thought this would be the one that if I were to tick it, I'd want to. I'm going to pass this off to Kavas. He can't use it yet, as you'll see here, but that's just because he has no training in shields.
Yes.
I can change that. Kavas could probably use it. He'll definitely need it. Now that we sold that stuff to him, we'll probably get rid of these extra heavy things. Make some money doing it. And we won't be back up into any flush amount compared to what we were a minute ago, but I'm still pretty happy with that. It gives him, like I said, an armor bump, that positive energy resistance, damage resistance, which is nice. I'm not going to say that that's not a bad thing.
Yes.
I have 2 of these, so I could probably get rid of one of them, so let's just do that. I'll keep the other one in the sack for the time being. He has some normal stuff here. The maces, in case he needs to do some blunt damage. The Darksteel Scimitar, that would be something that I wouldn't mind enchanting. It's keen right now because we gave him the bonus from his little, what do you call it? The scabbard. The keen scabbard. So that's probably why. If I took a knee, that'd fall off him. but the electrical bonus is always there because it's made of that special metal, the dark steel. It says it's made of mithril. That's got to be a typo. Because mithril will just make it lighter. It doesn't do any extra damage. So that's got to be a mistake for some reason. He's got a short bow. He's pretty happy with all his choices. She's
I'm ready if you need me.
pretty limited in what she can do. We need to start getting some arrows back up in the team and some bolts that are enchanted in the higher level. What else?
What?
As you can see here, there's nothing else that we can buy for the amount of money that we have. We can't even afford the bow now. And again, either or. You know, I'm not saying one's right, one's wrong. I'm gonna put that back in the sack though, so I don't have to worry about the weight problems. So yep. And I should probably pass off, since he already has a really good bow now, we should really probably pass off that sling. I want to make sure to hotkey this and this, as well as the air genesse blade. Remember, he's got a couple really good blades. Just these alone, I mean, fire blade, 2 fire damage, 2 extra damage of enhancement bonus, so better attack, better damage. Air genesse electrical one, and +2 bonus. Already good weapons compared to what he could be rocking if I gave him them damn katanas, which he can't use. He's still pretty happy that he has those choices. He's close. You know, +2 kukri is nothing to sneeze at, but that dark steel scimitar could be enchanted, which is where we're kind of running here.
I'm ready
And
if you
she's okay with a +2, +1, as well as the +1, yeah, light crossbow.
I suppose so.
He's got this wonderful staff of defense, and I need to remember to also hotkey that over here, because this is a staff of defense. It does have charges to it, and I can use things from it, like mage armor, ghostly visage, which would really benefit this character, and of course the protection from alignment spell. So having here to remind me that I can use it to cast stuff is probably a good call. From there, though, I feel like we've sold everything we need to sell. We'll say goodbye to that guy, and I'll meet you guys back in town. And we're back. Now, I'm not in town yet, and the reason I'm not back in town is because we're about to click on it anyway. But I wanted to point out one thing before I left the area, because I almost forgot. You'll notice when we were inside the main area, when we were leaving, we passed the chair, you know, the one that teleported us to the bad fight in the last episode. Past the chair, there was the stairs up, but there was also another blue zone that I didn't click, and you may have been wondering why. A, I wanted to sell stuff, but B, if you click that one, that takes you to the world map. And for those of you that don't remember, he will leave you if you ever go to the world map, and you cannot get him back. So it was kind of, well, we have to backtrack all the way to here to go back directly to the town, and then he stays with the team, and he'll be important here in a minute, and I'll show you why. So here we are back in town. He's still part of our team. We're going to go buy some stuff and then do a little crafting. So first, and I don't mind showing you this one because again, it's important. The stuff that we're going to be doing is going to be necessary for our next fight, and that's going to be to this episode as well. The things that we're just going to buy here, we really want to make sure we get some
Your command.
magical arrows for him. Some +2, he deserves them. And we're going to sell off a stack of the +1s because they're just kind of a waste. And get rid of the regulars as well. From there, I want to make sure Kavas is rocking some +2s as well. I know he has others, but the +1 will pass off to him. Yeah, we want to save the mild poison ones if we can. From there, she's grabbing some bolts +2. Nope, she already has plenty. I'm fine with that. She even has some +1s if she needs it.
What?
I, on the other hand, am low on +2. Yeah, there we go. I have other stuff. Bolt of Frostbite, Bolt of Lightning, Arrow of the Vampire. I need to start passing those off. We'll give those to Kavas. But I will grab some cancel. +2 bolts for this character, just so I know I have them. From there, the only other thing I could think of buying for this character is a heavy crossbow +2. Extra damage, the +2. Yes, it's heavier, But I have a belt now that's increasing my strength, even if it is lamely. It's enough to make me go. I want to go. You know, I can switch out and get rid of... Where the heck did it go? Oh, there it is. Light crossbow +1. I don't get a lot for it, but that +2 really makes me sing. So I'm very happy that we got that. Now, having said all that, I think we've got everything I need. The only other thing that maybe to buy, yeah, we could get him back up to 10 healer kits. 8, 9, 8, okay. And a full 10. Okay, now the reason for that is, ooh, nice hair. The reason for that is I wanted to make sure we had healer kits, because we are going to go and do that fight in that main Ghazi strip over there, the one that we were having problems with. I think I solved the problem by pure dumb luck. I didn't even do anything. It's just suddenly not glitching on me. And the reason I know this is I've already done this mission before. So it is of concern. You know, we still have our other lizard hunter here. Remember, she's a thief rogue slash fighter. Remember, we did that when we questioned her and found more information. We still need to find more digital children to sell into slavery. So that's of concern. But we wanted to go craft some stuff here because this is going to come on real handy for the next fight, which is right up here. So off we go. The first thing we'll make, of course, is that brooch of shielding. I have a little cheat sheet written down, so you'll hear papers rustling in the background. I know what I need to buy if I don't already have it. I'll need to spell it properly for that as well. We'll see what else I can purchase or make. So let's stop here real quick, open up our inventory. And first, what I like to do when I craft, for those of you that don't do it this way, I apologize. I take my list, make sure I have all the requirements. So brooch of shield, caster level 1, check. I have craft wondrous items. Now, that is a question. So do I have that ability? Fairly certain I do. Craft wondrous and magic arms and armor as well. So this character has both. She only has 1 magic arms and armor, so she can't make it. So this character has to. And that's fine. But that means I need to make sure I'm paying attention to his spells. So one of those spells is he needs shield. General magic shield, to be precise. This is the trial and error I did the other day you guys didn't see while I was trying to figure out why my spells weren't working. I just basically deleted that video. I was cussing and screaming. You didn't want to hear that anyway. But he has what he needs for that now. What else does he need for that? He needs a sapphire, just a regular one. So I like to set them aside like this. Sapphire. I need a faint power essence. Faint power essence, just one of those. And I need 2 iron ingots, which we do not have, which we'll go have to purchase from this gentleman here. Which is fine. Just shuffling stuff around so I don't have blank spots. I don't want to have to try to find the iron ingots. So what do you have for sale? Okay, crafting there. So I need iron ingots, not cold iron. Well, it's nice too that we have faint essences here that you can purchase. Still, sadly, not the ability to mortar and pestle is not in here, and I don't understand that. I've been to every vendor I can think of here in town. He sells me a smith hammer, which I already have. I even have weak air essences. That's nice. But that's everything now I should need to cast that spell. I'll take the knee, of course. So those 3 things need to go into a what do you call it? Not a alchemist bench. The other one, the magician's workbench. There it is. So that's why I like to set them aside like that. So when it pops it open, I can go boom, boom, boom. Okay, now we take the knee. And that's just so that I have the right spell. And then you just click the spell, cast it on the bench, and if it's completed, crafting succeeded. See, I was doing that the other day, and it wasn't giving me what I wanted. And it wasn't I wasn't using shield, I was using the other one by mistake. This one, I want almost every character, guys. Roche of Shielding. This one, you just can't say enough great things about it. It's unlimited uses. I know it says 3 uses per day, but I mean, there's no charges to it. It doesn't break. It doesn't become useless. It just gets worn out for a day. You can cast it 3 times, level 5, which means 5 minutes. You have a shield spell on your character, which is a +4 armor class bump, immunity to magic missiles, as well as some others if my mods are working like they should. So that should be the lesser missile storm and the greater missile storm. And I'm going to try to modify it so it includes other things like arcane bolts and Mordekainen's force missiles and a couple others that are the obvious missile spells. And maybe make it overpowered, but I don't care. It's a cool spell, and I think it really needs that little flavor to it. So that was a really nice upgrade. Now, the great thing about this is I can activate it, pass it to one of my other characters. They can activate it, pass it to someone else, and then the other person can activate it again. It is a work on caster only, so I can't just cast it and click 3 guys like his Keen Scabbard does. I have to actually pass it around, but you can do that. But that's a really nice bump, and it lasts for a decent amount of time, so it's almost worth doing in every fight. I probably won't do that. That seems a little silly, but it's still cool. Now we'll go back over here, do a quick pause, and see what else we can make. Now, from my list, reading off just some of the stuff that struck my fancy. A Belt of Agility, +4. So not the best one, not the worst one. +4 gives us +4 to Dexterity, as well as Freedom of Movement. That's a real nice bump. Caster level 8, which we are, and craft wondrous items. So I have that. I need a leather hide, which I can buy from this guy. Weak air essence. Fairly certain I have one of those. Yeah, right there. I could buy one if I didn't have it. And 1-star sapphire and the cat's gray spell, which I have all that stuff. That would be a nice little addition. It would be a belt slot, which means I'd lose my strength, as well as the deflection armor class. I don't have to even put it on this character. I can put it on like Kavas. He could really benefit from it. I could put it on anyone else. That's a nice dexterity bump. That's some decent armor class just for that alone, let alone the freedom of movement. But I was thinking of other stuff. There's a Belt of Cloud Giant Strength. Now the downside of it was I need a Radiant Fire Essence, and I don't think we have Radiant. Yeah, we have Glowing. Yeah, so we don't have access to the one yet for that, so we'll have to hold off. And that was a +8, guys. That's as high as I think you can get this game to give you for a item to increase in a stat. A +8 stat increase is as good as it gets. That's a real nice bump, and that would have been pretty sweet to have on the main hitter here. He would have just tore stuff up, but whatever. From there, Boots of Speed, something that caught my eye. Haste, level 10 haste spell. 3 times a day. Caster level 7. Craft Wondrous. Got that. Leather hide. Weak air essence. Do I have a weak one? Yep. Weak power essence. Oh, now there may be a problem. But we can buy them. Yeah. So we can buy one of those. So that's okay. Star Sapphire. Yes. And the ability to cast haste, which I don't know that I have on this character. Let's take a look. I should. Yeah, right there. Quantal's Haste. That's our guy. So, that's a good spell. And that's 3 times a day. That's a pretty sweet little increase. Now, that gets rid of Boots of Striding on this character, or it gives rid of, gives boots to someone else. Kavas has Boots of Elvenkind, which he kind of likes for sneaking around, but he would take the haste in a heartbeat, I'm sure. He could use the haste and really love it. He already has chainmail speed, though, and that's a haste built into it. So he's already pimp daddied out, which again is fine. She could use it,
Yes.
But she's got Boots of Reflexes, which she would probably sell. So
What?
it's worth making. A Nymph Cloak. What else did I look at that I thought was interesting? Now we're talking. Headband of Intellect. +4 to Intelligence. That would make me happy. Give me extra spell slots as well. And I don't have a head slot, so that would be nice. What does it give me? Craft Wondrous, I need it. Caster level 8, got it. Leather hide, I could buy. Weak Fire Essence, I'm fairly certain I got one of those. There's Faint. There's Weak, I got 2 of them, that plenty. Star Sapphire, got 1 of them, so we're good there. And Fox's Cunning, which I should have the ability to cast that on this character as well. It should be a level 2 spell. That's pretty fast. It's cunning. Yeah, so I could do that one. That might be the way to go. I can also make things like, well, I can't. I don't have the planar binding. The magic pouch and the lesser bag of holding, basically. Gem of Seeing not high enough. Rope with the Archmage Eye. That'd be sweet. That's a king tier one. And it requires all kinds of glowing power essence, radiant air, and earth, and fire, and water essences. Iron ingot, leather hide, mage armor, caster level 14, and that's where it stops me. But if I get around to making it, I might save that king's tier for that reason alone. That one's a nice little bump then. That gives any wizard, I want to say it's wizard sorcerer limited. It gives them sorcerer spells or wizard bonus level spells at level 5, 6, and 7, one of each. It gives us a spell resistance 20 and a +3 universal saves, +5 armor class bonus for wearing these robes. And it also gives you the feat spell penetration. So again, a lot of really cool stuff with that robe of Archmage. We just can't make it. I can, with Aventurine, that's nice. I can take any level 5, or sorry, anything that has 5%, 10%, or 15% arcane spell failure. With this mod, at caster level 1, 3, 5, respectively, a weak air essence, a faint earth essence, and a faint power essence. And I can make the armor lose that arcane spell failure. So again, it loses 5, 10, or 15% respectively. Now, I would assume that works on any armor. So if the armor says, say, 20% arcane spell failure, and let's say I use the 15%, that means it lowers it to 5%. Still there, but it's not as bad as it was, which is great.
Your command.
I'll give you some armor to show you what I'm talking about. This one has 30, and there is a recipe for 30. I just can't cast it because I'm not that level. So there's that. I could get all the way up to, I believe, 20%, because I have everything for it, or I could buy it at the very least. 25%. I have to be caster level 9, and I do not believe I am. Let's take a look. Yeah, I'm 8. Technically, I'm 7. Because one level Pale Master doesn't count. So, she's 8, but she doesn't have anything other than the craft magic armor. This is technically armor, though, so she should be able to do it. But that would only be, again, level 7 that she would have access to. Because the next jump would be level 9. So she could lower anything that's 20%, just like me, or lower. So, do we have some armor that we want to do that to?
Oops. Your command.
He would have it. He'd have it in his sack, right? See, like Light Shield, for instance, has 5%. And this is where this is important. If I give myself the shield ability, you know, the feat that allows me to use shields, I would still take Arcane Spell Failure for having any shield on me. Now, if I cast this 5%, which is caster level 1, craft magic arms and armor, a faint air and a faint earth essence, which I can either have or can buy, Aventurine, which I know I have, and oh, there's the trick. I need Ethereal Visage. Okay, do I have that? I don't think so. I'm not high enough level to get Ethereal Visage. She might. She totally might, but I do not have it. Does she
Yes.
have it? Nope, she's still stuck at level 4 stuff too.
Follow my lead.
So she's
Yes.
probably closer to getting it than me, but she doesn't have it any more than I do. If it's a level 4 when she didn't pick it, it might be that it's a level 5 spell. So, oh well. So you guys are probably wondering what type we're making. I'm thinking headband. I like the idea of the headband. Or the boost of speed. I technically could make both. And honestly, why not? Free spells and extra slots. My intelligence rocks. Maybe that is something that I should consider then. And quite frankly, while the constitution increase is nice for now for some extra hit points, I'd much rather have the ability to cast haste on everybody, or at least myself, anytime I want. That comes in handy, and I'm getting a lot of free spells usage out of all the gear I'm wearing. Let's go talk to him. Wait. I need headband. Let's do that one. I need a leather hide. There you go. Thank you. Leather hide. And weak fire. Do I have that? Yes. Split. Okay. Star sapphire. Boom. Fox's cutting. We need to step over here and go book and say, get rid of you. Okay, some foxes coming up in this house. Alright. Alright, back to the bench. Boom, boom, boom. The fox is cutting up on here. Yeah. Oh, really? Oh, boo. Well, I will have to wait. Well, it's okay. Alright. Thought I was 8. That's right, I am only 7 technically. Oh, she's 8. She don't have the ability to do that, right? So, yeah, let's do that boots of speed. Do I have everything, or do I need to go buy it? With leather. Star sapphire, right? Those star sapphires come in super handy, folks. Weak air and weak power, and I think I have to buy one of those, right? There's weak air. Yeah, okay. And I need weak power. Well, unfortunately, he sells those. Thank you for selling me the cool stuff. Alright. So, big air. Sapphire, leather. Where'd the weak power go? Here we go. Need to redo the book. Okay, first, let's put things the way they were, so I don't forget stuff. So I know I had that, and I had the beam. Yep. Now, level 4, was it? No, 3. Yeah, get rid of you. And do that. Take a knee. Alright, where is it? Oh, I already have one. Crafting succeeded. Boots up speed, baby. Yeah. Now we're talking. And I will totally hockey you that. Now notice again, my hit points are going down because I had a constitution pump from wearing these things. That sucks,
Yes.
but it's what it is. Slap them on him.
I'm ready if you need me.
Yeah.
I suppose
Because
so.
having these on me allow me to cast haste on us. So if you just go like that, boom, everyone's hasted. Yeah, just love that. Take a quick, actually, don't want to take me. I want to get the book out. I don't want to get rid of that one. Get you back in there. Now you're taking me. Okay. Now we've crafted everything we wanted to craft, at least for the time being. There's other stuff that we'll get. I'm not worried about that. Pretty happy with this. Let's go to the place we're going to go do battle. I'll show you guys what we're going to do. Alrighty. Here's our Ghazi estate. And like I said, I did my non-existent crafting last time. Went in here, took the guy out, and it allowed me to. So I don't know why it suddenly works now. So what I did or didn't do, maybe it was just a timing thing. But I will say this: before we actually get in here, and actually we're going to save and call it a day. But the last time I was in there, the first time I went in here, I had air elementals and they sucked. And the second time I went in here, which was just the other day, which you guys did not see, I was successful, but the air elementals were tougher. Now, we have leveled up since then, so might be this basement baddies are based on your level. So be warned, don't go in there early, don't go in there so late that they're basically stomping all over you still. This is the happy little medium ground, and I think that where we're at right now, 8 levels in, maybe 9, and we will probably still be successful. Plus, we're getting all the cooler spells, and the only reason we were successful,
Yes.
let me just say it right now, was this right here. Those stone skins on our tougher guys who are in the front row of the fighting saved our butkus, because they were getting wailed on by the air elementals to the point where they were actually penetrating the stone skin eventually. They were breaking it just from enough attacks, because there's that many down there. Now we can do not kiting, but we can do, you know, combat tactics where we take out a few, come back upstairs, rebuff up, and we might even do that tomorrow. But I just wanted to warn you guys ahead of time. We have good spells. I'm happy with our spell choices, and I even need to remember that he has spells. Appraising Touch is not a spell that does us any good right now, because so far every time I try to do an appraise, even with Kavast, it automatically defaults to my main character. So that's a spell that I'd like to scribe and pass to my main character, so that's the reasoning for it, as far as I'm concerned. But having said that, let's just do a little tweak of his spell book, give him something he can actually use. His own shield spell, why the hell not? It'll only last him a minute, but it'll be something that's worthwhile. Other than that, I think we'll call it a day here. My name is Brothermutant. Please like, subscribe, comment down below, tell me what you guys think. I am going to take this on tomorrow so that we'll have another video up soon. But with that, I'll see you guys soon. Bye now.